What's up guys? Today we're checking out a brand new recoil amplifier, and I believe this is the biggest one to date, the RED2500.1 monoblock. And thank you to Robot Underground for sending me this amp to test and review. Looking forward to checking this thing out. So the build quality is really nice, as with all recoil stuff. All their products, man, for the money, have been really good that I've tested, so I'm hoping this does well. This is kind of like a surfboard style. It's kind of long and thin. It's 19.5 inches long. And on this end, we do have 2 RCA inputs, 2 outputs, gain, subsonic, bass boost, low pass, and they give you power, protect, and clip indicators, which is always nice. And on the other end, we got large 1-aught power inputs and 2 sets of 12 gauge speaker outputs. Pretty heavy amp. They also give you a set of wire ferrules to use on your power and speaker connections, bass cable, and an all-metal bass knob with power and clip indicator. So nice and smooth, doesn't feel wonky or anything, feels nice and tight. I like the clip indicator on the bass knobs. It just helps you keep an eye on stuff. And then they give you some mounting hardware and the instructions. So it looks good so far. Keep an eye at the end. I'll do a gut shot and show you guys the internals, but let's go ahead and get this thing hooked up to the dyno and see what it puts out. Alright guys, so let's start with the 4 ohm test. The specs say 840 watts at 4 ohm. So let's see how accurate that is. Oh wow, very accurate. 844 watts at 4 ohms uncertified. Very good so far. Alright, let's try dynamic burst and see if it does any more. And guys, I'll put the certified and uncertified ratings all at the end with the efficiency, so stay tuned for the end at that. But right now we're just going through all the tests. Alright, here we go. Dynamic burst 4 ohm. Alright, about the same. So 847 watts dynamic at 4 ohm. Let's get ready for that 2 ohm test. Alright guys, here we go. 2 ohm. Can it do the 1500 watts that it's rated for? Oh yeah, right there. Exactly 1500 watts at 2 ohms uncertified. Really good. The efficiency seems great too, but we'll check that out at the end when I calculate it. 2 ohm dynamic. Now dynamic simulates short pulses of bass, kind of like when you're listening to music. Some amps do a lot more dynamic, some don't. 1536, so we got a little more. Not bad, 1536 at 2 ohm dynamic. So far this amp's doing really well. The big question I'm wondering is the 25-27 watts. All the readings have been really coinciding with what they wrote on the specs, so I'm thinking it's going to do it. Let's go ahead and see what happens. Alright guys, here we go. 1 ohm test. Can it hit 2500? $24.76 right there. Let's see if it does a little more dynamic at 1 ohm. Alright guys, 1 ohm dynamic. Let's see if we can get the 2500 mark dynamically. Oh, there we go. 2537. So it did it. Very awesome. Very awesome. Alright guys, well let's go ahead. I want to show you a gut shot, but let's get to the results first and all the efficiency ratings. I'll do that right now. Alright guys, so here are all the results. You can see the efficiency is very good on this amplifier. The general people go by certified efficiency, which is 1% THD. You can see it's almost 80% at 4 ohm, and even only drops down to about 71% at 1 ohm, so very good. It hit all the numbers, and also you can see how the uncertified and certified numbers are pretty close. That means this amp delivers a lot of clean power. Some amps will do a lot more uncertified, but then certified gets cut short because the 1% THD kicks in. So very good. And if you guys enjoy the content, please subscribe and hit that like button below. I'd really appreciate it. Alright guys, and here's the insides of the amplifier. So in the center we have 4 large cap top 3300 microfarad 100 volt caps. And the smaller ones are Uscon 2200 microfarad 25 volt caps. Really clean amplifier. You can see they used ground jumper cable instead of using the PCB as the jumper, which is very good. Usually you see that on higher end amps. So usually they'll use the board for the jumper, but the cables are actually stronger, so that's a good sign. Really clean, well assembled, nice looking inside. Alright guys, well that's it for this one. Amp did great, looks great, build quality's great. These are only around 250 bucks for a solid 2500 watt amplifier with good efficiency and a nice bass knob, so really can't beat it. I'll put a link to Robot's channel if you guys want to check his channel out. Thank you again for sending us this amp to check out. This ended up being a good one, so look forward to doing some more Recoil products. I like this brand. I'm glad that they're expanding their product line. Alright guys, thanks for watching.